All right. Mike Zimmer presser. Starting right now. And I'm pretty sure I am cutting in and out. Fixing that right now. Hopefully, here we are. All right, I hope I'm not missing it. Mike Zimmer presser. I keep refreshing the page. It's late today. And so here we are. Very, very good. All right, Mike Zimmer, Moody Monday, press conference happening. Here we go. Just going to sit here and wait. I thought it was at 2 p.m., but I always forget that we had a late game today. So just going to sit and just wait it out here. Moody Monday. Even though technically the Vikings got the win. And Mike Zimmer is saying, oh, I hate to lose. Okay, really? This one should be interesting then. It's supposed to start at 4. So it is like 4 p.m. on the button right now. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just waiting here on Twitter right now. Refreshing the page. And what do they say? Conk with a pair of touchdown catches in yesterday's game. Yes, very good. Oh, another person on COVID list. That's great. Fullback, Jake Vargas. All right. Okay. All right, Zim, I want to hear what you have to say today. Oh, my gosh, here he is.
Teams and starting to show some of those situations. Defensively, I thought we played well for the majority part of the game. I thought the corners played pretty good against some good receivers. Obviously, Kendricks had a big game. Vigil did a nice job. I thought the defensive line played solid the entire time. And offensively, we started out a little slow, turned the ball over on a fumble.
Was it good?
We weren't able to get the ball down the field until late in the ball game, but we came up with 3 drives there at the end that allowed us to win the football game. So still got a lot of work to do. Get back going this week and start. Got a lot of work to do. But I was proud of the way that the team fought and performed, and
that's nice. They got you the win, Zim.
And go get a win.
Yep.
Matt, followed by Jim.
Hey, Mike. I was hoping you could explain what happened on the Kendricks interception and
Matthew Collar. I think that's who that is.
Part of his skill set that makes him unique is his ability to get back on a route like that, or what happened that led to that interception?
Tell us, Mike.
He was in a coverage that was, where he was working kind of the middle of the field, and he's got a very good feel about when guys are trying to come.
Best player on our team, Eric Kendricks.
Clear him out, and so this guy was trying to kind of come behind him.
Best player.
I think he just rolled with him and
Mike looks tired.
Made a really good play.
Oh, he's been through it. He looks exhausted.
Mike, when you look at this group of players,
hi Jay.
So many opportunities.
You're believing
team to bail or go off the tracks. I mean, you had the Dalvin situation, you have COVID, you have all these tough losses.
Yep.
Yet this group doesn't give up. The compete level has been pretty remarkable. What do you attribute that to?
Praise. All that praise.
The biggest thing is character in the locker room. But the same thing.
Tell us more about it.
We've had a bunch of tough losses, but we've also had, a lot of opportunities to win those games too. And so,
no S.
I think it was important that we won yesterday.
We
keep giving great effort and keep giving great
important to keep your job, Zim. It's important to keep your job.
Show for it. So, I think that should energize us even a little bit more. And
energize.
Guys go in there and play well. And
he's getting uncomfortable. Starts to adjust the headphones.
In the locker room, guys continue to fight.
That's when you know.
But it was important for us to win yesterday.
Yes, very important. Thank you, Zimmer.
Chris, followed by Courtney.
All right.
Yeah, Mike.
What else they got?
5 defensive starters last night filling in and doing a pretty good job of you.
Breaking up.
For the future, especially obviously this being a long 17-game season.
I don't even know what this person's asking.
You were breaking up, but I'm
Yeah.
assuming you said something about
Breaking up.
the guys that filled in.
Can't hear you. Guys that filled in, Zim.
I'm in an airport that was not good. But just how long is it?
Zim's like, cut this guy off. I'm over it.
For the
Cut him off.
Starters out, especially with this being,
I can't hear you.
17-game season.
Well,
Starters
I
being
think,
out.
Like I said, I think the corners played well against two good receivers. I thought Cam
right.
Bynum did a nice job in the things that we asked him to do.
Yeah, Bynum's great. Cameron Bynum.
Vigil's been playing a lot this year because of the bar.
Oh yeah, Nick
injury,
Vigil. He had a sack yesterday.
We're still trying to figure out.
I like Zim, Jay. Yeah, I do like Zimmer.
Pass rush with the guys that we have, so that's going to be a work in progress.
But it's just like, when's enough enough?
Trying to figure out more ways.
Figure them out. Watch the film.
Barr, Patrick Peterson. You think you'll have any of those guys back this Sunday?
I'm hopeful.
I think Patrick Peterson's supposed to be back. He's hopeful.
Mike,
Hopeful
when
for
it comes
who?
To the offensive play calling operation, were there any changes made to that yesterday? As far
Good
as
question,
the execution
Courtney.
Of the play calling itself.
Excellent.
No.
What?
Pretty much
No.
the same input from everybody. Just go with the plan. It wasn't.
What's the
you mean
plan,
like
Zim?
Somebody else do the play calls or something?
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you've told Clint previously, like, be more aggressive. Then yesterday, I remember you said you told him fourth quarter, be more, like, on that situation
Be
about winning
aggressive.
the game with the offense on the field. Like, is it just that it worked, or were there, like,
There you
different
go.
voices calling
Follow it up,
plays
Courtney.
about
Follow it up.
that yesterday?
No, there wasn't anything different.
There wasn't anything different? What?
Sam followed by Chad.
I mean, maybe not. What?
Yeah, Mike, at about the halfway point of the season, have you taken stock at all with just the parity in the league and sort of the opportunity for you or anyone in the NFC to
Gotta get my
hot
notes out
and,
for this.
Absolutely pull away to grab one of those playoff spots?
Well, obviously that's the goal.
Not really.
Yes.
We
Get a playoff spot.
We've been fighting so much and so hard to try to get back to get some wins.
Yeah.
I don't think when you're 3-5, you think about those things. I know that.
Well, what about when you're
we
4
did
and 5?
mention That, there's been a lot of times we've got on a roll and continue to get better.
Yeah,
and
for like
better,
3
and you
games.
just got to figure out some ways to win games. And
What are those things,
so
though?
hopefully we'll continue to do that.
What are
and
those
then,
things? We want the
we'll
answers
kinda,
to those things.
as hopefully we get some more wins, and then we can start talking about that a little bit.
How
more.
are you going to get the wins? Like, what's the plan? We want to know the plan.
The Chargers
He's not
have
gonna
been
say
pretty good
anything,
against
though.
the blitz, but yours seemed to get home on Sunday and disrupt Herbert quite a bit. What do you think worked so well with the blitzes that you brought?
Blitz it
Well,
up.
Paul Gunther's been with me for a long time, and we've always done a nice job with the pressure package. I think he adds a lot to that. But our guys executed it well.
Wonder
They
how long
actually
he's been
changed up
going
a lot
so
of
far.
protections that they had
5
done
minutes?
late in the ball game that we kind of had to.
Doesn't
put
say.
the chalkboard out on the sideline and.
I think he's getting antsy. He wants out of there.
Go back to some.
Been
of
over
the
5
other stuff that
minutes.
we've-
I'm over
we've done
it.
in the past.
I'm going to start adjusting
But
the
I give a lot of credit
headphones
to
pretty
Paul. I give a lot of
quickly
credit
because I
to
want to get
Adam
out of
and the
there.
players, and to be able to adapt and adjust on the fly.
Yeah, be able to
If I can
adapt,
jump in,
Zim.
how often does that happen where it kind of, feels like coaching, I guess, out of a movie where you got the actual board on the sideline or kind of drawing things up? And
Oh, grabbing the face. I'm over
Probably
it.
every week.
Oh, we got a little chuckle.
So we've
from
played a
Zim.
coordinator before.
We got a chuckle.
And we actually talked about it. during
Zim's in
the
a
week
good
with
mood
the
today.
Coaches. You said, "Do you think who's going to give us these two different protections?" And they hadn't done it all year. And,
He does look really frustrated and just like very tired. I think everybody on the team's tired today coming in from LA.
He said, he probably is not going to do that, and then we get it
Extra
late in the
moody
ball game,
Monday
and then we have
today.
to react and adjust. That's all.
React and adjust. Key to life there. Key to life, people. React and adjust.
Mike, on the 2 4th down attempts yesterday, had you made up your mind earlier?
That was their
on
aggressive
drives,
play
you were gonna
calling.
Go for it.
Going for it on
more in the
fourth down.
there was another time we're going to go for it too. It just
when?
it's really the situation. It's not necessarily that drive. It's where we're at in that drive. We're down there inside the one on the one.
Inside the one on the one, very meta.
I had pretty much just when it was 3rd and 20 and we got 18, and I'm thinking, let's try to win the game.
Be
now.
aggressive.
We did it in Seattle.
Zim was being aggressive
2 years ago or a year ago, and we didn't get it. And they came back and beat us. But
Hi, Nate. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm trying to win the game.
Very quiet in there today. Come on, he's still there. He hasn't walked out yet, people. He hasn't walked out yet. Come on.
And then come back to Joe.
All right.
Yeah, hey Mike, how are the guys?
He's willing to sit a little bit longer here because they won the
doing?
game.
Mason Cole said he had
Not like last week. Just waltzed on out of there. And it was over.
Today, so is it kind of positive? He said
Summer home. Hello. Hope everybody's having a great Monday.
Yeah, Dakota was here today. Bradbury was here.
Oh,
today.
Dakota's out of the hospital. That's good. Dozier.
Harrison Smith will get here Wednesday.
Smith is coming back.
Trying to think who else.
I think they should leave Mason Cole in.
He's got to pass a couple
under
tests.
center.
I can't remember who all else is on there.
He's like, I have so many people injured right now.
Connolly will be back on Wednesday.
You're old, but aside from that, you're good. Fair enough.
Sam, followed by Courtney.
Everybody's Moody Monday today.
Sam.
Zim's he's tolerating it here.
Mike, you
He's
probably
tolerating.
love having
because they won
on the offensive line, but has Mason Cole's play at least necessitated the conversation to see if he can
keep him
stay
in
as part of that group.
Keep him in.
Once Bradbury gets back at some place, or do you like him as your sort of swing guy?
We've had that conversation. We'll just have to see, this week in practice. Bradbury hasn't been here in 2 weeks, or I think it's missed 2 weeks now. So.
It sounds like Mason Cole's going to stay in, but Zimmer doesn't want to give anything away. Zimmer got mad about Clint Kubiak saying that they were going to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson some more. He doesn't like to leak any information.
Better than having
Zim,
no options.
Mike, when it comes to Kirk, what do you think the balance is going to be?
Kirk question today.
This
Here we
type
go.
of play you got out of him yesterday versus, I guess just that balance of I want you to be aggressive and continue to throw the.
That's the
deep
key
ball,
word today. It's been
not really
aggressive.
worrying as much about.
Been the
what
key
if I
word
throw an
today
interception, what if
during
I
the
turn it
presser.
over?
Aggressive.
Well, I think Kirk. I don't think he worries about throwing interceptions. I know he doesn't want to throw them, but no quarterback does. But
people. That's a lie.
I think early in the game, they were kind of giving us some different looks with the safeties and doing a pretty good job.
He's terrified of throwing interceptions. What is he? Come on, Zimmer.
He was getting the ball out and getting it to other areas.
Zimmer's playing
later
nice.
in the ball game, I think he had a really good feel for it. And there was times we needed to get the ball down the field.
Hey, Corey, how's it going? King Kong, hi, Tree.
JJ made some great catches. Adam made some.
Heyo, what's going on, dude?
And,
I'm doing well.
I think.
Thanks for popping on, everybody.
Kind of how he was early in the year, making these guys.
He's talking about Kirky.
Go get the football and them feeding off of their touches.
Feeding off of their touches. All right.
Joe?
He danced around that one, didn't he?
I'm not sure if everybody asked this, but Coach Jefferson not only makes great plays and great catches, but he seems to bring an energy to the field.
Yes, he does.
Energy, how valuable is that in a game?
Very valuable.
I think it's big.
It's big.
He is a guy that loves to play football, loves to compete.
Zim loves that. Zim loves when they love football, they love to compete.
He, when he makes those plays, I think it gives everybody positivity that, we're going to, we still have Cook.
Yeah, he keeps his job one more week.
Conklin and those guys to spread the ball.
Jay, I did the post game yesterday about the win.
A lot of attention to him yesterday.
I'm not convinced.
No. Along with Thielen.
I think they're going to ride it out with Zim, though, the rest of the way this year.
We're going to have to.
I don't see an in-season firing.
Figure out ways to help him in some of these.
Whoa! Zim!
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders! Oh, look at that little smirk. That was Deion Sanders giving him a ring.
Should we answer while we're on the call?
Yes, answer it, Tim.
Yes.
Yes. Deion Sanders?
Hey, Deion.
Put him on speaker,
I'm
Zip.
on a call right now. I'll call you back. Actually, I'm on
Yeah, put it on speaker, Zip.
with the media. You want to say hi?
Yes, come on. Oh, Zim's playing nice
Hang
now.
up.
Oh,
Sorry.
I like to see a little smirk from Zim.
Talk about trying to string.
Oh, we got Deion Sanders on the line. Answer it again. Is it Bill Parcells now?
Can you hear me?
Good. Oh.
Say what?
What's going on? My service is bad in my house.
How are you feeling? I'm on a.
Oh my God! Here we got some.
With the media.
What is
You're
Deion
on
Sanders
speaker.
not doing
You're
well?
on speaker. You want to say hi?
Yeah, say hi.
Everybody, there's a big win my man had yesterday.
He's showing us his text messages, Tim. What are you doing?
I know better than that, man.
How are you feeling?
I'm making it, man. I'm getting better and better every day.
How meta is this? It's an interview within an interview.
I'll call you later. Bye bye.
Oh, Zim is so playing nice right now, people.
Sorry, go ahead.
He is
I've been able
playing
to get a hold of him
nice.
for like 2 weeks.
I kind of love that though.
So he's been in the hospital.
Okay. So you talk about trying to string some wins together. You know, obviously the Packers come in town. Any extra juice in the building this week, knowing you'll see them for the first time?
Yeah, border battle.
You know, I don't know.
Border
It's
battle
a division
week.
game. Obviously.
Everybody.
You know,
It's
we've had a lot of
Shailene
good
Woodley's
battles over the
birthday
years.
today.
You know,
Congratulations,
I think
Shailene. I wonder what
having
her
won that
fiance
game
is going to
and
get her as a
them being at
gift.
the top division, I hope. there's
Whatever
some
could it be? I wonder if it's somewhere. We should look and see if she posted anything.
I was going to ask about.
Happy
the
birthday,
Packers,
Shailene
too, but is
Woodley.
Deion the most impressive
Dump
person
your
himself?
fiance. You can do better. Fake relationship.
Kenny Chesney,
Relationship.
Parcells.
Kenny Chesney?
I got
What?
you. Is that
Okay,
it?
let me ask
He
this
listens to
then.
Kenny Chesney
No, it's
down
not.
on the ranch.
When it comes to a quarterback,
Zim
who's
wants
seen
out
so
now.
many times
He's like, I
in
played
Aaron
nice.
Rodgers, is there anything different
Let
about
me
the
out of here.
preparation week? Just
Let me out.
knowing that
I want out of here.
You know him.
That's a good question.
He's in a good mood today, I think.
You know, when you play guys like him, they're
Obviously,
they're
after a
extremely
win.
hard to fool. They're very difficult to, catch off guard. I think the biggest thing with him is, our guys have to understand that this guy.
I wonder if
he can use his
that
legs.
Deion Sanders
He's
thing, the
very,
call
very
with him, is
smart.
going to somehow go viral after
We
this.
can get him in a lot of good things. and
It's
so,
going to be a thing
we're
that
gonna
he
have to
picked
be
up the
tight
call.
in coverage, but we can't give up big plays as well. And
Deion, I'll call you back. I'm in the middle of an interview. Do you want to say hi? Yeah, put him on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We got to thank you. He didn't just like up and leave. He said thank you. Oh my word, he's in a good mood today. He is in a good mood today. Well, obviously, he's going to be in a good mood after a win. I mean, come on. Well, that was an interesting little presser today. All right. Party at the Moon Tower. All right, people, what are you chatting about here? What are you all saying? I'm sorry I didn't answer. I was listening to what was going on there. I wanted to see. But what are y'all saying down here? Would Zimmer make a good contestant on Survivor? I feel like he probably would actually make a good contestant on Survivor. I was thinking about, dude, are you all caught up on Survivor, Peo? I watched Survivor. I'm like totally into Survivor, so very good question. I think he would probably be pretty good. Kirk doesn't worry about throwing interceptions. I know that was a damn lie. I mean, they're playing nice. He's playing nice with Kirk. The next thing, they're gonna start waltzing in the tunnel again. Capitals won yesterday. Hockey talk, very good. Yeah, and then Peo tonight, very good. Everybody go check out. He's going to be live streaming. Peo, what time are you live streaming the game tonight? He'll definitely be tuning in. Deion, that is so funny. Deion Sanders making a call. Yeah, this probably has been the best Zimmer presser, I think all year. So, he's happy about the win. And did you all see too? I should pull that up. He was doing the freaking skull chant, the seal clapping over in the hands. It's like Zimmer. I think I mentioned that yesterday, but then I saw a picture. They're posting it. He's in a good mood. He hates to lose. Corey, Neon Deion played for my Braves in the 1990s. That's crazy. Yeah, Deion Sanders, dude. Yeah, Shailene, she's a Scorpio. Yep, she's got her birthday today. And you know who else's birthday it is today? I believe it is also Carl Anthony Towns' birthday today. So the big cat also has a birthday. Nate says, congrats to your Braves for their recent World Series win. I am not a Braves fan, but was pulling for them against the Astros. Very good. Yeah, been a Braves fan since the 80s. Nate, that was a nice win for the Vikings over the Chargers. Yeah, they're playoff bound now. I was listening to some stuff today, and it's basically okay, well, they basically can't lose at no more than 2 more games, it sounds like. You have to win the rest of them besides 2. And I just don't like the whole, they don't control their own destiny. They never do. They always have to rely on, well, if another team loses, then, we win this one. That team loses, then we might be in. And we wouldn't even be discussing the playoffs, I don't think, with the Vikings right now if it wasn't for that extra spot. But that's just kind of some of the stuff I was hearing about. And also that 7th spot might be 8 and 9 team could get in there. It's okay. I don't even know how I feel about 8 and 9 team. You don't have a 500 record and yet still somehow you're going to make the playoffs. I don't know. I think that's a little weird. The NFL needs a revamp, I think, too. Maybe some things. It's been 26 years with the titles. All right. Yeah, so that was probably the best Zimmer presser of all. The win yesterday, I don't know. I'm not really I'm not getting excited about that. I mean, the team, they're 4-5. And so they got the evil to the east. It's officially border battle week this week. And I do hope that they get the victory this weekend. I just cannot stand the evil to the east. I can't stand that team. They're the worst. They're the evil to the east. And then Shailene Woodley, happy birthday, Shailene, and Carl Anthony Towns, your fiance, the smudgeness prince himself. I cannot. So at any point in time, if the cheese heads can be on the platter, I'm totally okay with it. I want that all the time. And if they could get the victory, then they would be at 500. Then we can maybe start discussing some potential scenarios. But I do think that for the rest of this season, I think they're going to let Zim ride it out. I think he's going to ride the wave. And I just have a feeling, a sneaking suspicion, it's going to be like every other year where, one team manages to lose, so then the Vikings manage to get in, or somehow, because again, they don't control their own destiny at this point, and then they're probably going to get in there maybe one game and probably not win. And the thing is too, okay, what if they make the playoffs and then they win a game? Or what if they just make it in? So then does everybody stay? And then is it next year the same thing again? I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. Something needs to change here. All that matters is the Super Bowl win. Exactly, Jay. I agree. That's all that matters. That's the end goal. I just don't see it happening this year. Yeah, of course, crazier things could happen. And at this point, it's okay, prove me wrong. All right, that's cool. And if that happens, that would be wonderful. If I get proven wrong and the Vikings win a Super Bowl, that's what we all want. So I don't like to be proven wrong, but if I have to be proven wrong and this team somehow this year wins a Super Bowl, if I could be the catalyst by poking them and saying, you're never going to win it, it's not happening, all right? If they're watching right now, some of them are watching on the stream, you're not winning the Super Bowl this year. Not doing it. Prove me wrong now. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's what I say. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong in that instance. That'd be the only time. I don't mind the Reds Nationals. They play the Braves every year. Yeah, so I don't know what everyone else thinks at this point in time in regards to the team, but I feel as if I am in the smaller group of people where we're not impressed by that. Not impressed by that win, okay? yes, they beat a team that's over 500. Golf clap for that. Hey, that's cool and everything. But again, they're 4-5. 4-5. And they have the evil to the east. And then they have the 49ers after that. So the 49ers are definitely struggling. So, okay, technically that's beatable. And then they have the Lions. Everybody's saying, okay, well, they're obviously going to beat the Lions. We don't know that. We don't know that. I do think that at one point in time, or like at some time during the season, and that the Lions are going to get a victory. And wouldn't that just be in purple fashion for it to be against the Vikings? Like their one win of the year versus the purple. I could see it happening. Oh yeah, I don't care if you guys are talking baseball. That's cool. I was just looking at it. You guys talk about whatever you want down there. I mean, within reason. You know what I mean? That's cool. You don't have to be sorry about that. I like the baseball stuff too. I love when people talk in the chat too. I love when people are like friends from the chat and stuff. I love to see that. That's nice. And then the Steelers. And okay, yeah, technically the Steelers, sure, they're beatable too. And I can't stand he who shall not be named, the Steelers quarterback. Can't stand him. So that would be nice. And then Chicago after that, Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota doesn't necessarily play well there. And then the Rams after that. That's going to be challenging. I do not see the Vikings holding up versus the Rams at all. At all. Crazier things have happened. And then the Vikings, they play the evil to the east again at Lambeau. And then ending the season, Chicago coming to the Bird Graveyard. So, I mean, out of those at this point in time, if we wanted to like play picky and choosy here, all right, winnable 49ers, winnable Lions, winnable Steelers, winnable Chicago, and that's, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would leave them at, what, 8 and 9, potentially? And then that would be they lose to the Rams, they lose to the evil to the east, and then they split between the Bears. So, I don't know. Tree, Green Bay looking strong with, yeah, this will be, I do think that it will be a test. I do think that with the border battle this week with the evil to the east coming to Minneapolis, that since Aaron Jones is out now, it sounds like I don't know when he's coming back, which stinks for me because he's on my fantasy football team. Nobody cares, but I think they're going to kind of luck out with that. They do have, I don't know his first name, but I was talking about him in the stream yesterday. Dylan is, I think, a backup running back for Green Bay, I believe. And he seems to be pretty good. And the evil to the east, their defense also seems to be pretty solid. And the Vikings have notoriously not been playing well at home this season. So it definitely could be a test. And the thing too, when it's the border battle, there's going to be a lot of cheeseheads in the stands this weekend. So, Corey, that's funny. Yeah, no big. Jay, I don't know. I will definitely do my like official prediction for the game on Saturday. I'll do the pregame for this weekend's matchup. I'll do that Saturday. And Harrison Smith's probably going to be coming back. And sounds like Patrick Peterson's going to be back. I don't know about Anthony Barr. Like Zim was kind of talking about it today. And I hope they get the win because, again, I hate the evil to the east. But at the same point, it's just like, I want this song and dance over. And I think we're really just going to have to wait and see if they make it to the playoffs. Because I could honestly see if the Vikings make it to the playoffs this year, that it's going to be the same friggin' song and dance next year. Like, and it's just so frustrating. I think the Bears game at Chicago is a Monday night game. I have the dates written down, but I don't have, it's Thursday night football. I do know versus the Steelers. And then you are probably right, Corey, that one of those is probably Monday night prime time. So that should be good. I guess I could probably figure it out with like the, Steelers. Oh, I bet the 12:20 game. Is that maybe a Monday? Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, okay, so you're right. So, yeah, Corey, you were right. Minnesota at Chicago, that's going to be 12:20. That is a Monday night. affair. It certainly is. Monday night. Okay. So that should be interesting. And I don't know, the Bears are kind of struggling now too, but there's some games coming up. So, Tree, we do good the first half. It's the second half I worry about in all these games. Yeah, for real. I mean, what they did on Sunday, it just seems like, where was that the entire time? Where was that the entire time? And then Zim right now, just at the press conference here, at the presser, he was saying how they didn't change their game plan. Like, there was no different offensive game plan at all. Like, nothing different about it. It's like, dude, come on. Clearly there was something different there. And I heard in the radio on the car on the way over back home, before the presser started, that there was criticism about throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson so much. That it's just like, you can't try to do that all the time. Why not? Why not? It's like, are you going to then go back and criticize the Randy ratio? I don't think people were criticizing the Randy ratio. I mean, I get that would be comparing Justin Jefferson to Randy Moss. I mean, Randy Moss is the greatest wide receiver of all time. But, I mean, Justin Jefferson is a very gifted player. But it's like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with throwing to your best offensive player, utilizing your best offensive weapon. Why the hell would that be a bad thing? Why would that be a bad thing? And it's stuff like that I hear where it's like, well, we actually should have run the ball more. It's like, what? Okay, maybe, like, were they referring to because the Chargers have the worst run defense? Okay, I can understand that. But just in general, why would you say it's a bad thing? And then Zim saying, well, you can't let the media know that we're going to throw to Justin Jefferson. They know. Every team knows. They know that you're going to try to do that. And they also probably know that if you don't do that, that you're dumb. And Zim talks about, like, being aggressive. It's like, be aggressive. Launch the ball. And then I also heard criticism about, being in these, like, third and long situations and throwing the ball in those situations. And then, well, we can't just launch it down the field why not? Why can't you launch it down the field every time? Why can't you throw past the sticks every once in a while? What's wrong with that? It's like, what are you overpaying this quarterback for then? That just leads me back to, you don't trust him then? You don't trust your own quarterback? It's just insanity to me. It's insanity, especially with where the NFL is right now. Like, offensively, you throw the ball. It's just insane. It's insane. I'm going insane. Yeah, Jay, Randy's the greatest of all time. I will be wearing my favorite t-shirt this weekend. So for the Evil to the East game, Randy Moss mooning t-shirt. It's my favorite t-shirt. Can't wait to wear it on the stream on Sunday. One of my favorite Vikings moments of, like, all time too. That is disgusting. It's like, dude, shut it. C-Mac sounds like a lot of Purple fans you can never make happy, right? Yeah, exactly. I want to be happy for them. I want them to win. I do. I want them to win so bad. I want them to win the big game. I just don't see it happening with what they've been doing. And yeah, okay, there was a nice performance yesterday. There was one time, and there's 4 or 5. What? I'm not just gonna jump right over, like, jump ship after one game. And it's like, I want to praise them. I want them to be making the right moves. I want them to be doing that. I just haven't been seeing that as of late. And I mentioned this yesterday that it really, like, my perspective as a fan, it put a sour taste in my mouth that I just can't get out when they did not do the Case Keenum signing, or they just didn't even think about it. They just threw him out like trash. And that to me was just like a very defining characteristic within the Vikings organization right now and how it's been for the past, like, 4 years. So, Rick, you say Green Bay 27, Minnesota 10. That's your prediction for this weekend? Oh, man. I mean, what about, though, the fact that I didn't watch really much of that game yesterday for the Evil to the East, but it was 3-0 up until, like, the fourth quarter. I don't know what was happening there. Like, and, Shailene Woodley's fiance, when I was streaming one of the games, I don't remember which one it was, but he did not look very accurate at all. I think it was versus the Cardinals. It was the Thursday night game versus the Cardinals. he looked very off to me. So there's something off there this year. And I think it's all the drama too with Shailene Woodley's fiance from the off season. I think it's still kind of like spilling over. But man, that would be wild. That would be a blowout. I mean, I could see it. It's not like I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but man, all right, 17-point differential. And okay, and then are we going to hear about if they lose this weekend? Are we all then going to start hearing, well, Zim, you're going to get fired? Is that going to start again? Do you all think that? Do you think we're over that point? Like, do we all think that yesterday was the point of, okay, if you lose Zim, you're gone. And then after, if you win that one, you save the rest of the season? Like, is that what we all kind of think? How it's going down? It seems to kind of make sense, doesn't it? I hope we don't run Cook into the ground and throw the ball up more on Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to. They're going to have to throw the ball. And that's why, to me, it's just like, why are you saying it's bad to throw to Justin Jefferson so much? And here's the thing, okay? If, let's just say all the teams know, because they know, we're throwing to Justin Jefferson, okay? Just throw to Justin. You know who else you have on the field? Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, Tyler Conklin. Use him as a distraction then if you want to do that. Like, what? And maybe they will. Maybe they'll continue this. We'll see if they've turned some sort of offensive leaf here. But DM, how's it going? Just tuning in to hear the latest on our Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, I was listening. I had the Zimmer presser going earlier. And hey, Will, how's it going? Oh, hey, Mars, what up? Never really watched football, but I love the football drama you bring. Very nice. Yeah, Corey, I get it. I was referring to the ones complaining about throwing to JJ too much. Oh, yeah, for sure. I know. I just, like, that to me, just like brain exploding. And I wonder what Justin Jefferson feels about that. Like, yeah. And now it's just like, is there diva behavior within our team, within our offense, like between Thielen and Cook and Jefferson? Like, I want the ball. I want the ball. You got the ball last time. I want the ball, but I want the ball. Yes, happy Monday, Will. What up? Jay, Zimmer's got to win and make it to the Super Bowl to have him back if not, the Wolves are blinded. Yeah, and you wonder too if Zim has absorbed that and realized that, and maybe he's just like, F it, I'm just going to throw my hands in the air at this point. We'll see. I do also feel like we know Zim, though. We know Zim. I think it's only a matter of time before he kind of like creeps back into normal Zim mode. I think it'll be very interesting to see how he utilizes Harrison Smith and Bynum, because I think Bynum has proven himself at this point in time where he should stay in, because he's clearly, it's noticeable that he's in there, not just that he's, a replacement. DM, you probably know what's going to happen against the Evil this Sunday. It happens every time the Vikings come off a fluke win. They fall flat. Yeah, well, Rick said earlier in the chat, he predicted 27-10 Evil to the East slaughtering. And I was also mentioning, too, a little bit earlier about how the Vikings, they're playing at home. They have not been playing all that well at home this year. And I think, too, there's also, we know that there's going to be a lot of Green Bay fans there too. So it's not, and another thing too that I was hearing about too since the game yesterday was that it was predominantly Vikings fans there, or there was a lot. So it was sort of like some sort of home game for them, making them feel comfy. I don't think they got rattled by the crowd too much. I think Kirk could hear everything too. There wasn't any noise, and are we going to see that on Sunday? Probably. And if we're just looking at the quarterbacks going up against each other, I can't stand Shailene Woodley's fiance, but clearly there's no comparison there between those quarterbacks. So we'll see. I also think they should have looked more into keeping Case. Yes, me too. So I don't know. Ever since then, I just think it's the Case Keenum curse happening here. I also happen to think that it's the seal clapping, skull clapping, curse as well. I think there's something to do with that. I think those kind of originated at the same time, like when Kurt came and the whole clapping over the head thing. I need to look into that to see when that actually started. I want to know who thought of that also. It's like, show them the horns. I'm sick of the seal clapping. I can't stand it. And what else here? Nate, the Vikings win 27-24 over the evil from the East, and then the Super Bowl talk ramps up. Oh my gosh, can we just hear it now? Can we hear it now? Oh, we can. Yeah, and it's like, oh, you're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Talk about the Super Bowl when you're 5-5. Hypothetically. Okay. But you know that's exactly what's gonna happen. That is totally what's gonna happen. It's gonna be, here we come. They counted us out. Do. And I think that's another thing too that really helped the team get the victory yesterday. And I think as far as also Zimmer is concerned, is that yesterday going into the game, the Vikings, they were underdogs. Nobody expected them to win. The season's over. That's what Mike Zimmer loves. He loves that. He loves it just so he can rise above and then like stick it and say, see? So that's part of it too. That's also part of this like momentum, you know, when they're counted out, when nobody expects anything. Zimmer loves that. In my personal opinion, I think too, he does not like when they're favored. He doesn't like when they're favored. And maybe it has to do too with the way maybe players look at it differently as well. But that's when you got to be the head coach of the team and remind them. So I don't know. These are just my little thoughts into things. Yeah, Corey, I can see that happening. Yeah, it's the dangly carrot waving. That's exactly what they do. This is what they're doing right now. Dangling the purple carrot. Here, they're offering us a sample. That's what they're doing right now. They're offering us a little sample. And a lot of people like that right now. They like it. They're still devouring those samples. The samples have not run out. When the samples run out, they're going to go back and say, hey, I want a whole batch of cookies. And the Vikings, nope, I didn't bring the ingredients. We only have samples here. That's all we're good for, is little snippets. Just a little taste. You just get a little treat. So don't like it too much because then it's going to turn sour. Deion, Vikings need to win 5 out of 9 to be above 500. Not happening. Goodbye, Zimmer. Yeah, and I was listening to some stuff, to some local, I don't remember, but they were saying, they were going over like the scenarios of the 7th playoff spot, and it's just like, if you're trying to do the math and calculate, you know, how the Vikings can get in there, the Vikings, they do not control their own destiny. That is the key. That is the key right there. Control your own destiny. Win the games. You should have been winning the games. All those games that everybody's talking about that, well, they should have won those. They were so close. They shoulda, woulda, coulda. If you woulda won those games, we would be potentially talking about how the Vikings are going to be a potential Super Bowl contender this year. But since they can't get it done and actually finish it up, here we are once again sitting here talking about, well, if they win that game and then that other team loses that game, then they could maybe win. Then they could maybe sneak in there with the extra playoff spot that isn't normally there. It's just, we're in the hamster wheel, people. We're in the hamster wheel. Come back over to reality. If anybody's gone too far, come back over. I'm here to remind you the team's 4-5. They're 4-5. You mean 5 out of 8. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. Nate says to C-Mac, oh, they have baseball talk. I've been a Reds fan since the early 80s when I lived in Indianapolis. I became a Nationals fan when they moved to D.C. when I was living in D.C. I do love Atlanta as a city. When did they move to D.C.? Like, when was that? I forget. But yeah, I don't know. As far as the rest of the season goes, so once again, Evil to the East, border battle this week, and then at the 49ers, beatable. Yeah, I've been hearing all that, but then the Lions. I just think there's something weird about this Lions game. I just have a sneaking suspicion that the Lions are going to get one victory this year, and it's going to be against the purple. I could be wrong. Steelers, Thursday night affair, and then Minnesota at Chicago. That's Monday night. We confirmed that. And then LA Rams. I don't see that. I don't see the team beating them at this point in time. Vikings have to play the Evil again. I don't even know, too, when the last time the Vikings have shut out the evil to the East. They normally split those games and then ending the season at the Bears, or excuse me, Chicago at the Bird Graveyard. So, I mean, yeah, there's a few games left, everybody. Oh, man, it's 4:44. I've been streaming for 45 minutes. When did that happen? Oh, I just kicked my camera. When did that happen? Everybody, thank you for joining me on a little Moody Monday. I got a little Moody there as well. C-Max, the tuna, always said, you are what your record states. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Is that a thing that he always said? Bill Parcells? That must be why Zim's talking about getting all these wins. You are what your record says, what your record states. I would agree with that. Totally. So 4-5, playoff talk? No. And I'm not going to say that that's all I heard. I didn't hear like a majority of that. I did hear others that were like, hey, I'm not impressed with this. And there were, Justin Jefferson, obviously a great player. Tyler Conklin looked good. Cameron Bynum, again, good player. Eric Kendricks played amazing. And Nick Vigil got in there. So the Vikings, of course, they do have talent on the team. But they don't even really have an actual identity as to like who they are. And again, they're 4-5. So they have a lot of work to do, but prove me wrong. Get it done then. Get it done. If anything I can be wrong about and, push them, if anybody's watching and, any players, that you're not going to do it. If I have to poke you, prove me wrong then. That's the only time I would want to be proven wrong. Get the Super Bowl. Jade, one thing that nobody is talking about is the growth and mindset of Zimmer, Clinton, Andre. Usually a good team grows through the season. That's a very good point. And I think that we can't equate maybe, okay, if we saw some growth yesterday, like throwing the ball more offensively, and not focusing so much on the run, being aggressive. That was the key word today during the Zimmer presser was aggressive. All right. You can't just say, oh, we've changed now. We've grown after one game. And I think that's a good point that nobody has mentioned that. It's just like, oh, all of a sudden we did that. Oh, yay, huzzah. Keep doing that then. Prove to all of us then that you are making adjustments. Because that's another thing that Zim mentioned earlier was making adjustments as well. So, and I also think that it just kind of reflects too when they can't really adjust during games. It doesn't seem like at all. C-Mac, that's cool, Nate. Before the Braves went to the NL East, they were in the NL West with the Reds. They were rivals back then. Now, not so much. When did they go to DC, though? I don't know. So the game this weekend, it's a noon game as well. I'm going to be live streaming that, and I hope everybody drops by. I'm going to be live streaming Thursday Night Football, I believe, this week, too. So stop on through. And Zim was happy today to wrap this up, and he clearly is in a good mood because he said he hates to lose. Well, blah, 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 blah. You hate to lose? Well, you've been a loser for 5 weeks this year, so. DM, reality realm rules. Just keep telling it like it is. Can't help it if we believe what we see. Exactly. And it's not like I don't see any good within this team. I just see the big picture. Again, we have some great players. Yes, I will huzzah them. I will give them praise and kudos for sure. But if we can, look to the big tuna here, and your team is what the record states. There, yeah, you are what your record states. I got to write that down. And so CMAC, the Montreal Expos moved to Washington D.C. in the 2000s. Oh yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, definitely do that. I'm like the worst at saying that. It's always there. But Jay, thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate it. You're the best. And everybody for supporting the channel. Y'all are amazing. And yeah, I guess what else going on today? It's pretty much it with the Zim presser, in a good mood. We got the Deion Sanders call in there, and I'm sure people are just talking about that right now. And, oh, there was one other thing. I forgot. And then, happy birthday again to Shailene Woodley. It's her birthday today. And I believe, again, it's Carl Anthony Towns' birthday. It's Big Cat. So hopefully they're celebrating, getting something good. But thanks everybody for joining me on the stream today. That was fun. Mike Zimmer presser. And again, I thought it was at 2. I thought it was at 2 o'clock. And I'm actually glad that it ended up being late because I wouldn't have been able to live stream the 2 p.m. one. So I'm excited that it was a later one today. And I kind of forgot because obviously it was a later game yesterday. They were getting in late. And DM Parcells to Zimmer, who's your daddy. Yeah, it would be amazing if, I don't know, if there was some sort of Hard Knocks episode or something where we could see some sort of like sit down conversation between those two just to kind of see. And I don't know, maybe like somebody should do that maybe after Zim is out of the league and he's not a coach anymore, because obviously Zim doesn't like to divulge any sort of like information. But yeah, that would be interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall for some of their conversations to hear that. So CMAC, how about Danica Patrick, her birthday? I don't remember her exact birthday, but I do know that Danica Patrick is an Aries. So her birthday is either March or April, somewhere around there, but she's an Aries, so she's a fire sign. And then Shailene Woodley's fiance, he's a Sagittarius, so his birthday's it must be December sometime, because Sagittarius season will be starting in a few days. So it's either end of this month or December for him anyway. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining. Does anybody have any final thoughts about the Zimmer presser today? In a good mood. Clearly, he's happier when they win. Yeah, just curious for sure. Danica, Aries, fire sign. Which interesting, like fire sign with he who shall not be named and fire sign. And then if you think about Shailene, she's a water sign and her fiance is a fire sign. So like fire and water. But you got to look at the whole chart. And I think, oddly enough, there was a rumor floating around that Shailene and her now fiance, I think they got introduced by an astrologer. So I haven't looked at their charts. Maybe I should look at their charts and see how their actual compatibility is. I should see all that. All right. Zimmer has feelings. He does. Yeah, he does. And it's like, you know that he does. And you know, some of that too is he tries so hard to be like stern and I gotta be like tough because it's football. I can't let him see me like smile. I can't let him see me have any emotions, you know, kind of like the old school approach to that. But like, I mean, he's clearly like talked about his like grandkids before. So you know that he has like a total soft side. You know that he does. He's, you know, he just down on the ranch. He's just hanging out, you know, doing the thing. He totally does. And I bet he's like, and he's also a Gemini. So they're known as the twins, the two sides to them. So we're seeing the football twin now from Zim. So what's the ranch Zim like? It's probably a little bit different, a little bit more loosey-goosey, I bet. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for the chat. It's been fun. I love chit-chatting and catching up with everybody. Thank you for joining on a little bit of Moody Monday. Not so moody. And aloha. Yes, until next time. Very good. Aloha. I love that. And yes, thanks everybody too for supporting. I really appreciate it. All the subscribing, the likes. And again, I really appreciate everybody's comments. I love chatting with everyone and hearing what you all think too. You're the best. You just don't go, you Vike, like that. Oh man, like that robot boy. Remember when they were trying to make you Vike that a thing? Oh, cringe. I'm glad that never took off. And I guess if you think about it, that really couldn't take off because they haven't really been doing everything all that well to be able to use that phrase. I hope that phrase doesn't ever come back either. So, all right, everybody. I think I'm signing off now. I'm doing the Minnesota goodbye again. It happens. But again, I appreciate y'all. Happy Moody Monday. Have a great rest of your week. Wolves Wednesday on Wednesday, Thursday night football, and Sunday live streaming Evil to the East game. And I do believe that I am, keep your eyes peeled for collaboration. I think I'm going to be doing a little special collab this week for the border battle with ranting Packers fan Randy. So look out for that. Trying to plan a little something. So that should be fun for this week. But everybody, Have a great rest of your Monday, great rest of your week. Stay safe. Take care. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll